You're back with another episode of the Chronically Motivated Project. Today we're talking about motivation and why motivation is a trap. We're going to talk about what staying motivated really means. You always hear people say, oh man, if I was just a little bit more motivated, I would be more fit. If I was a little bit more motivated, I'd get another job, or I'd build that business, or I'd run with that idea. If I was a little bit more motivated, I would take care of my health. Everyone thinks motivation precedes action, but it's the exact opposite. Action precedes motivation. You don't wait to be motivated because motivation will never come. There's never a time where you're sitting on TV, sitting on the couch watching TV or watching Netflix, and you just suddenly feel this burst of motivation to go to the gym. Maybe that happens because you feel bad about yourself, but in reality, you need action to get motivated. But somehow society has convinced people, or somehow people have convinced people that they're waiting for this giant fucking bus of motivation to come and hit them. They're waiting for the motivation to just roll in. I'm trying to find the motivation to go to the gym. I'm trying to find the motivation to be successful. You're waiting for something that will never come. Motivation is a trap. It's a thing that people hope for and wish for. It's almost like the lottery, but you have a better chance of striking the lottery twice than you do waiting for this savior of a motivation. Newsflash. No one's coming to save you. No amount of motivation is going to change your unwillingness to act and your unwillingness to get off your ass and do something for yourself. Your life is your responsibility, and it's through your actions that are actually going to get you motivated. You ever notice once you start going to the gym, you start to feel more motivated? You're like, oh damn, I did a little bit more weight. I feel good. Oh damn, I ran a little bit farther. I sweat a little bit more. Oh, I got this ab vein coming in and now I'm super motivated. The motivation comes after the action. Progress comes after the action. Motivation is not an action. It's a state of mind. So what does staying motivated truly mean? Staying motivated doesn't mean having motivation. Staying motivated means developing the discipline to do the shit you need to do even when you don't feel like doing it. That's staying motivated. The reason I call this show the Chronically Motivated Project, because motivation is shit. Motivation is a waste of time. It means nothing. Unless it's chronic, unless it's constant. What does temporary motivation do for you? Fucking nothing. Everyone feels motivated when they feel great, but that doesn't count. What counts is when you don't feel fucking motivated, when you feel like shit, when you don't want to do it. Why is it that, I'll use myself as an example and a few other people. Why is it that on a day I don't feel like going to the gym, or on a day I don't feel like getting a project done, that I still find a way to do it? Some of the projects, not all. Why is it that I'll still go to the gym? Did I just get a sudden gust of motivation? No, the only gust was from the lactose intolerance I have and all the cheese I shouldn't have eaten. That's the only gust I'm going to fucking get. There's no motivation that comes and saves me. It's my recognition that I need to go no matter what, because no one else and nothing else is going to get me to where I want to be, except for my actions and my decisions. If you make a decision to wait for motivation, you're making a decision to actively move away from where you're trying to go. Move away from the goals you're trying to accomplish. Move away from being the best you can be. No one else decides the quality of yourself and your life and your future success rather than your actions right now, today. Motivation is a trap. People are waiting. They're waiting their life away. They're reading books and looking for all these things to be motivated. They're using that action that could have helped them in the first place. They're just using it fucking wrong. I'm looking for motivation. You're looking for motivation in a book. You're looking for motivation in a Tony Robbins course that you just paid $2,000 for, that could have paid for food and God knows what else for the next few months. You're looking for motivation in all these avenues. You're actively getting your ass off the couch, which is all you need to do in the first place. You're just going to the wrong place. Go to the gym. Fix your fucking thoughts. Act in a way that's going to help you get more motivated. Action precedes motivation. You will be motivated once you act, but people wait to be motivated to act, so you're in this fucking endless cycle of you can't date until you're married. It makes no sense. Unfortunately, people really think motivation is going to get them to where they need to be. And they think that's the missing factor. It's not that you're not motivated. The reason you're not where you want to be is not because your lack of motivation. It's because your lack of determination, your lack of discipline, and your lack of action. That's it. You just need to fucking do it. It doesn't matter. You don't get motivated to go to work. You just go to fucking work because you know you need to. Like I've talked about in previous episodes, you've convinced yourself that your desire to not be homeless is a necessity to go to work. And if you have the ability to convince yourself that a desire, whether it's a goal or a desire, whatever you want, if you have the ability to convince yourself that a desire is a necessity, you can do that with every aspect of your life, including all your goals, your health, your well-being, your mindset, your success, your relationships, anything. You can convince yourself that you don't need motivation because you fucking don't. You need to do it. You need to act. If you're looking for motivation through my podcast, you're not going to get it. I'm not going to help you be motivated. I might inspire you. There might be a temporary little salt guy mix in of a fucking motivation. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be the guy that tells you the shit you probably don't need to hear, probably don't want to hear, which is stop listening to my fucking podcast and go to the gym. Or listen to my podcast at the gym. Act. And not just the gym. Get out there and do what you need to do. Think about it right now. The entire time you're listening to this podcast, you're probably thinking of that 1, 2, or fucking 17 things like I need to do on what you need to accomplish and why you're putting it off. The motivation isn't going to help. The inspirational post isn't going to help. Flicking through Pinterest for an inspiring quote is not going to help. You got to do it. And people hear that and they probably like, yeah, well, I know that, but no, there's no fucking but. There's no additional point to that. You do what you need to do to get to where you need to be. And you know there's something. Don't make excuses. Stop reading fucking motivational quotes or going through the motivational hashtags on Instagram. Stop watching the 40-minute you can do it motivational videos. That's cool and all. And sometimes I do too because it's cool and, whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to put in the work. And the only reason you're not where you want to be is because you're trying to be motivated instead of trying to act. Action precedes motivation, not the other way around. That wraps up today's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you come back next week for another Chronically Motivated Project podcast. Also, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you need to do to get the word out about this podcast and help your friends and anyone else who might need to hear this stuff. If you guys have topics you want me to cover, please leave a comment below or write me anyway, whether it's chris@chrisruden.com, DM me on Instagram, or just give me a shout. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will talk to you guys later.